You're tired. You're tired of pretending everything is okay when it's not. You're tired of feeling like the world is constantly pushing against you, demanding things you can't deliver. Because deep down, you know you've been living a lie. You've been letting the storm of life push you around, and it's wearing you down. The rejection, the betrayals, the lack of respect. You've begged for validation that never comes. You've overthought every damn decision, wasting hours of your life, only to get nothing in return. You're not the man you thought you'd be. And it hurts, doesn't it? Every time you face the mirror, you wonder where the fire went. But here's the truth. This is all a test that you failed over and over because you didn't have the right tools. Now, you're about to learn how to rewire your mind. You're going to walk away from weakness and step into the power that's always been inside you, the stoic warrior inside you. Stoicism is the key. It's the medicine for your mind, the antidote to this constant noise, the chaos, the distraction. You've been living in a fog of uncertainty, of anxiety, overthinking. It's time to clear that fog and walk the path of clarity, of purpose, of discipline. In this video, you'll learn 7 powerful life lessons that took me over 10 years to understand. These lessons, they'll change everything for you. Your perspective, your relationships, your goals. But most importantly, they'll change you. It's time to stop chasing, to stop doubting, to stop reacting. You're not a puppet on strings. You're a warrior. And it's time to rise. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. What's been holding you back? I want you to leave a comment below, share your struggle, and let's work through this together. Now, let's dive into the first brutal truth. Let's get straight into it. The first lesson I want you to learn is this. Control the mind, control the life. You've been chasing after things that are out of your control. Your job, your relationships, your social media presence, your reputation. You've given too much of yourself away, seeking validation, approval, trying to fix everything around you. But the Stoic way is different. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. What does this mean for you? It means that no matter what the world throws at you, no matter how much they betray you, reject you, or disapprove of you, you have power. Not over them, but over yourself. Here's what happens when you start controlling your mind. You stop reacting. You stop allowing your thoughts to be hijacked by emotions. You stop feeling like you need to please people, to fix every broken thing in your life, to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Take a moment and think of the last time you felt completely out of control. Maybe it was in a conversation where you lost your temper, or when you spiraled into overthinking, doubting yourself, feeling like you were trapped. I've been there too. It's brutal. But you know what? You don't have to stay there. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Let me give you a simple, real-life example. Think about your social media presence. We all know the game. You post something, and you wait for validation. You check your likes, your comments, your followers. You feel good when they approve, but the moment you get a negative comment or a ghosting, it can ruin your whole day. That's the world outside of you controlling your peace. Stoicism teaches us to detach. Don't allow external opinions to dictate your internal state. You need to realize something powerful. Your mind is your battlefield. And right now, it's been giving up ground to distractions, to to fear, to anxiety, to things that don't matter in the grand scheme of your life. That's why you feel weak, overwhelmed. But when you learn to control your mind, everything changes. In the simplest terms, take ownership of your thoughts, and you'll take ownership of your life. This isn't about ignoring your emotions or pretending things don't hurt. It's about realizing that your response is where your power lies. From today, stop seeking external control. Start taking control of your mind. Guard it like a fortress. Comment below, I control my mind and I control my life. Let's own this together. Now, let's move on to the next brutal truth. Now that you've begun to understand the power of controlling your mind, let's go deeper. This next lesson is a hard one, but it's also the most freeing. Discipline is freedom. For so long, you've been addicted to comfort. Every time you feel that discomfort in your gut, that urge to change or improve, you've shied away from it. You let procrastination win. You stayed in the same routines, the same cycles, over and over, because it was easier. But here's the truth that the Stoics knew. Freedom is the only true luxury, and it's earned through discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, lived by this principle. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Now, what he was saying isn't just some abstract philosophical concept. He was saying that your freedom comes through taking control of your actions, not waiting for the right moment, not waiting for some perfect set of circumstances, but taking deliberate, focused action every day. Discipline isn't a punishment, it's a tool. It's the sword that forges your identity, your strength, your direction. Without it, you remain a leaf in the wind, blown by every whim, every distraction, every weakness. Think about the last time you let yourself down. Maybe you promised yourself you'd work out or start that side project, or finally have the hard conversation with someone, but instead, you didn't. You let yourself slip, and it made you feel weak, didn't it? You may have even thought, I'll start tomorrow. But you're not starting tomorrow, you're starting now. Let's take a practical example. You wake up, and the first thing you want to do is grab your phone. You start scrolling, checking emails, getting lost in other people's worlds. You think it's harmless, but it's not. Every time you reach for that phone, you're training your mind to seek comfort, to avoid discipline. The truth is, every time you choose that comfort, you're robbing yourself of your potential. To break this, start small. The first 30 minutes of your morning, no distractions, no scrolling, no checking emails. Just you and your purpose. You want freedom? It starts there. The more disciplined you become in the small things, the more power you'll find in the big things. The more control you have over your life, the less fear you'll have. You'll become the architect of your own destiny, not a victim to whatever life throws your way. Let me be clear. Discipline is the gatekeeper to freedom. When you stop being a slave to your impulses, when you say no to distractions and yes to your goals, you will find a kind of peace that no comfort can provide. I want you to say this out loud. I am the master of my actions. I am the architect of my destiny. Let that sink in. Now, let's dive deeper. This next truth will take you to a place where only the strongest go. You've learned to control your mind and discovered that discipline is the foundation of freedom. But now, it's time to face the hardest truth of all. The pain you avoid is the growth you need. You've been running from pain your whole life. Every time it gets too intense, you seek a way out. You avoid confrontation. You dodge uncomfortable conversations. You numb yourself with distractions because pain feels like a threat. But here's the Stoic truth. Pain is not your enemy. It's the forge in which your true strength is made. Seneca said it best. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Let that sink in for a second. Pain doesn't weaken you. It reveals what's inside you. It's easy to look at the moments when you were betrayed or rejected, when you failed at something, and think that it's the end of the world. You let those moments define you, didn't you? You felt broken. But now, you have to understand something important. That pain was never meant to break you. It was meant to build you. You need to stop running from discomfort. Stop seeking out easy, painless routes. Instead, walk directly into the storm. Face the fear, the rejection, the discomfort head on. Whether it's a tough conversation you've been avoiding, a project you've been procrastinating on, or a fear that's been holding you back, the only way to truly grow is to lean into it. Think of it like this. Imagine a sword, hot from the fire, being hammered on the anvil. Every strike of the hammer, every moment of pressure, shapes the sword, sharpens it, strengthens it. Without the pain, the sword would be useless. The same goes for you. If you've been running from pain, you've been running from the very thing that will unlock your true potential. Think about the last time you shied away from something that made you uncomfortable. Maybe you avoided a difficult decision or stayed quiet in a conversation where you should have spoken up. Now ask yourself, what would have happened if you faced it instead? I know it's not easy, but I also know this. You were never meant to be comfortable. You were meant to be dangerous. You were meant to be unshakable. You cannot be that person without facing the tough moments that will shape you. This is the moment where you stop being afraid. This is where you say, I embrace discomfort because I know it is the path to my growth. You're about to step into a new version of yourself. The version that doesn't back down when things get hard, but rises with purpose. It's time to change how you see pain. No more fear, only strength. Now, we're nearing the final stage of this transformation. You're becoming the man you were always meant to be. The next lesson will push you even further. You've walked through the fire. You've learned to control your mind, embrace discipline, and face the pain that once terrified you. But there's one final lesson that ties everything together. One last truth that will solidify your transformation. Your identity is what you choose to be. You've spent enough time listening to others tell you who you are. Your family, your friends, your peers, society. They've told you what you should want, how you should act, what you should believe. But what if I told you that none of that matters? That the only opinion that truly counts is your own? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And what does that mean for you? It means that if you want a different life, you have to change the way you think about yourself. Your past mistakes, your failures, your fears, they do not define you. You are not your past. You are the man you choose to be today. It's time to stop living according to the script that's been handed to you. Stop believing that you're stuck in your old patterns, in your old habits. Right now, you can choose to step into a new identity. One that is strong, unshakable, disciplined, a stoic warrior, calm in the storm, unstoppable in your pursuit of purpose. Your identity is the most powerful tool you have. What you believe about yourself shapes your actions, your decisions, your life. If you continue to see yourself as weak, as someone who can't handle pain or discomfort, then that's exactly what you'll become. But if you see yourself as strong, as someone who embraces discipline and faces life with unshakable resolve, then you'll become that man. It's all in your hands. It's all in your mind. I want you to make a declaration right now. Something powerful, something that will change everything. Say it out loud. I am the Stoic warrior. My mind is unshakable. My actions are deliberate. I control my destiny. This is who you are now. The man who doesn't react, but chooses his response. The man who is disciplined, no matter the external storm. The man who faces pain, not as an enemy, but as the tool for growth. So, what will you do with this new identity? How will you show up in your life, in your relationships, in your work? The path you take is yours to choose. Will you walk the path of a Stoic warrior, strong and unshakable, or will you fall back into old habits? I'm telling you right now, the choice is yours. If you've made it this far, you've changed. You've rewired your mind. Now it's time to act. Start small. Start today. Take the first step toward being the person you are meant to be. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know how you're going to use these principles to transform your life. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe. This is your community. We're all on this journey together. We don't just talk about Stoicism, we live it. And remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. This is the path of strength, the path of the Stoic warrior. Your time starts now.